Hey, Shane. Shane.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
What are you drinking there?
Oh, just a bit of tea, mate.
Sorry, was that tea?
Yeah, tea, it helps relax me, calms me down.
Okay, well, put that shit down. Actually, you know what? Throw it out. I don't even want to fucking see it in
Can
my
I
face right
just
now.
finish it
No,
first?
don't finish it. You know why? We got a bag of Australian Warfighter coffee sitting in the kitchen, ready to go.
What the fuck is that?
You telling me you never heard of Australian Warfighter coffee?
No.
Let me hit you with some knowledge, bro.
Jeez, you sound so revved up about this.
Yeah, I've had about 3 cups of it already. Okay, I'm ready to go. Mate, it's veteran-owned, veteran-operated.
Mm-hmm.
They're raising awareness for veteran issues.
Mm-hmm.
They give back to the veteran community. What's better than that?
Well, nothing.
Exactly. So like I said, throw the tea out. AustralianWarfighterCoffee.com. Check it out. That was empty, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, welcome back to the Maladjusted Monkeys podcast. It has been months, I'm going to say, Shane.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell everyone why it's been so long?
Yeah, so obviously the setup's a little bit different from what we normally run, so I've just moved house.
You've just moved house?
Yeah, and I did it on my own. I did all of the heavy lifting.
Well, obviously for our viewers, you can see the studio's a little bit different. Our backdrop, well, we don't have a backdrop yet.
No,
so it's a bit of a blank. We have a board, a bit of a blank canvas. So any artists out there or anyone who knows an artist who wants to get something going for our backdrop, hit us up. But yeah, for now we're in Shane's new house, new studio set up, and it has been a couple of months probably since we've really caught up and recorded. So yeah, a lot's probably happened, I'd say, Shane.
Let's hope so.
Much like our last episode where I had nothing to talk about. But we'll start with you, mate, as we normally do. What have you been doing?
Shit. Well, like not best, sorry. Good news, I'm off medication, fine, been off the medication.
Completely off?
Yep, since the 28th
That's
of
good,
June.
Congrats.
Thank you. Also had my last psych appointment on, I think that was last week. So I'll only have to, unless something goes completely pear-shaped, I won't have to go back and see him again, except for when I go to do my med upgrade. And
what happens in that appointment? Like when you go in, do you know that's your last one? Or do they have to talk to you and then you hear later that, okay, you don't need to go
Well,
again?
I mean, like, because I'm not being forced to do it, like, you can always, walk out of it and not do it anymore. But, he said, oh, do you want to keep coming? I was like, not really. And the main reason for that was, if I keep seeing him, it potentially will delay my med upgrade. And all I'd be doing is just going in there and just talking about how great my life is now anyway, so...
It's going that good?
Yeah, I don't want to waste the taxpayers' money anymore.
Well, you've been doing that for long enough now.
True.
Even when I was in. Well, what in that last session you have with him, does he leave you with like a final message or he's like, oh, you're right, you've got the tools you need?
Pat on the bum and out the door.
Here's your certificate, gold star.
Pretty much.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So because I hadn't actually seen him for, I think, a month before, because he had leave or something come up, so it'd been quite a while since the last time I'd seen him, so it was just a really big catch-up of everything that's happened, been going on, how I'm travelling, so he can write a report for the MO. Hopefully come October, I should be getting putting in my med upgrade, my CMACR, I think they're called.
Yeah.
So looking like by the end of the year I might be back at, not back at J1, but at least back at J2, so able to go out the field and actually do stuff and do training and courses and things again.
Get back involved with the teams and feel like one of the boys again.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you've been feeling a little isolated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty lucky where I've ended up in the training cert troop. We have a bit of fun over there, but it'll be good to just get back into training.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking better. Like,
I've lost a bit of weight.
You do look a lot fitter, actually. Is that because of training? Or?
Yeah, training. Like, I've actually been sticking to a program now, which has been a lot easier. Cutting back on like alcohol, not being hungover all the time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I did have I recently fell off the wagon a little bit. Unfortunately. So,
when was that?
Last night.
Okay. What happened?
So one of the boys was he's getting med discharged for psych.
Yep.
And so he's going away. So we went to the boozer, and he wasn't drinking. He's actually done really well. I think he's 181 days. He hasn't had a drink.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I think that's what he was showing me. He's got this app on his phone. He records it all. But so he was just drinking Coke all night. But ended up catching up with a few other guys I hadn't seen in a while, and then just ended up like I used to try and just get myself written off. I started doing that because I have been having a few drinks with people from work and whatnot, and it's always just like it's like something. It's not, the goal isn't to get drunk. It's like just a something you do while we're having.
Like a social thing.
Just drink slowly, not trying to get drunk or anything like that.
Yep.
Whereas this time it went from that to I'm trying to get fucking really drunk, and like I didn't get any fights or do anything stupid. However, like I woke up this morning and was really unhappy with that decision that I'd made.
Is that because the goal for you is to not drink like that?
Yeah, 100%. And from that, like I'm going to try and obviously I think it's just because I've only been drinking little bits and pieces here.
Yep.
And I think I'm feeling it's starting to ramp up again more.
Yep.
So now I need to just cut it. I'm just going to try and cut away for as long as I can.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes.
And Madison, how do you feel about that?
It was good. When you woke up this morning, you were saying that it was just like you didn't feel like the way you were drinking beforehand was in alignment of, well, look at who you're trying to be or who you want to be as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's...
Yeah, so, and then instead of like the next day, like we'd be having an argument because I'm, gotten drunk and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, this reason, give an excuse and shit. Whereas this time it's like, fuck, I fucked up. I gotta fix this now.
Yeah. Well, normally when I've come around after a night that you've been drinking, you're written off. Like, I get really pissed off with you as soon as I'm like, all right, he's been drinking, and I can tell because you're just a completely different person. But today, as I came around, I could tell you're tired, but...
No, it's because I was still drunk. Nah.
But, you seem different. Like, you obviously know that you fucked up a bit.
Yeah.
But it's probably not one of your biggest nights. Obviously,
it wasn't a huge night. Like, I didn't go out in the town or anything like that. But the fact that, the thing that I picked up on with it is, my intent was to just drink as much as possible. Yeah. Instead of just enjoying the company of other people and then just having a drink as you go. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all right. It's a small hurdle or small stumble, but I'll get back on.
Yeah, well, every time I see you, you're always improving.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Very rarely have I seen you go all the way back to when it was, you were at your worst. That's that's ages ago. Yeah. Really, I've seen that.
And to be honest, man, this is the best I have felt I can't even remember when last time I felt this good. Like, I didn't hate being on the meds. Like, they really helped me out, the antidepressants I was on. And they helped, get me to a place where I was able to kind of figure some shit out. But now that I'm off them, I feel like I've got heaps more energy, heaps more motivated. Like, maybe it's dampening. Obviously, it's dampening something. I don't know how it actually works, but, life's good. Relationships getting, better all the time.
You agree, Madison?
Yeah.
Shrug of the shoulders.
Don't want to reveal any secrets, drop any knowledge on us now.
Yeah, even work's going really well. Everything's kind of, really coming together. So, it's all going pretty well.
We're looking good, mate. I've got to apologise to you and Madison, mainly Madison, for making Madison extremely sick with influenza B.
Yeah.
Not through physical contact, obviously. Not that we tell Shane. A couple of weeks ago I came around here to visit you when you moved in and
your diseased child.
Me and Boston were obviously getting the beginning of the flu, and I had a week off work. I was completely fucked, bedridden for a week, and then I think towards the end of that week, I texted you because we were meant to do something, and then you told me Madison was in the exact same boat. I had to cancel on you.
Yeah, because I didn't realise how bad it was, because I remember you saying how bad you had it, and then Madison, I ended up having to come home from work one day early to take her to the doctor because she was you just couldn't get out of bed and whatnot, and then end up having the same fucking thing as you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Or you've had the flu shot, obviously.
No, I don't get the flu shot.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
Army doesn't make you do it?
Flu shot.
God.
I just want him to go get a nasal swab just so he knows what it feels like.
Oh, the nasal swab?
Well,
oh, yeah.
Just don't get sick. Like, it's pretty easy.
Good call, mate. I'll try that next time. But that weekend, I had to cancel because I was sick.
Oh,
Where did you go?
Dude, went to a barbecue festival.
Yeah.
It's like a barbecue competition.
Yep.
One of the guys at work has a team that it goes around the country like entering these competitions, and I think he's judged on a few of them.
Yep.
So you missed out, man, because like it goes.
Yeah, I was Devo. I couldn't make it.
Dude, yeah, it goes the whole weekend. I didn't stay there Friday night because I had mum come over for her birthday.
Yep.
But went there Saturday, stayed Saturday night, and come home Sunday, and like, oh my god, there's just guys cooking, smoking meat left, right, and center, and like. Just all weekend, just feeding my face.
Is it like a 24-hour thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like so. They had to play, I think, four different entries on the Sunday, and they were like separated by an hour apart. So they have a 10-minute window either side. Say like 11 o'clock. You've got between 10 to 11, 10 past 11 to have your food or your meat or whatever it is, your like brisket or your ribs plated. Take it to the judges, and good to go. So, but. It depends. Then you got to work out from there what time you need to start cooking. I think Logs put his on 4 a.m. or something. Or even, I think we were going to put it on at 3 a.m, but he's like, "Nah, we'll just do a fast cook. I couldn't be bothered." And then, it was such good fun. Like really good bunch of dudes there.
Yeah.
Like Logs has offered me an invitation to like keep going and might even become part of the team, which would be good because another.
When's the next one? I've got to get to the next one.
Well, reword that.
What?
I was going to say. Unfortunately, I've got my anniversary.
Oh god!
Sorry, mate. I'm kidding.
Madison, you want to chime in here at any time? Well, what are we doing that day? I think we all know.
We're going to go to Mulaney.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that's that weekend's when the next one is in Kingaroy. But there'll be more like throughout the year.
I've got to get to the next one.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I missed out.
I was waiting for some barbecue to come home, like in my sick bed.
Nothing? Did you eat heaps while you're there? Or?
Yeah, not heaps, but actually, I was just like, because he would cook like for the pork ribs he did, which he won first place for out of
nice
40 or so different people. Done well. So he cooked 2 or 3 racks up. From that, he only selects about like 5 or 6 out of all that. So the rest of it is like, he'll obviously take it home. We'll give it to whoever. But like me and Stace, one of the other guys from work who was helping out, we're just sitting there feeding our faces.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about this.
Dude.
This sounds awesome.
It's so crazy to me because he like makes all this stuff and it looks like amazing. And he goes, this is crap. This is absolute crap. Like, I'm not entering that one. Like he didn't enter the chicken wings. I'm like, all right, and just started smashing them.
Just had free food the whole time.
Yeah. Because this is all.
I'm Devo.
Always just throw it out.
Yeah.
But even like the pork ribs, he's like, nah, get away from me. I can't look at it. It's disgusting. He won first place. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Yeah.
Perfectionist. I like it. Well, yeah, I've got to meet him first of all. Yeah, because I was meant to meet him ages ago. I haven't met him yet. But the next one I definitely will go to.
No, you'll love it.
Well, so I was Devo. I missed that.
Well, what else have you been doing?
Well, today at work, we've QPS is doing like a new thing. It's like they do these black dog breakfasts or black dog meals. Obviously, based around.
Have you done one of these before?
No, this was my first one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is the first one I've been to. And today's one is like it's resilience training for officers. So it goes for a couple of hours. And they get human service officers who basically look after welfare of police officers. You know, if you go to a critical incident or whatever, they check in on you and just see how you're doing and your thoughts on the job or whatever. So they came out and did like a workshop on resilience training and identifying within yourself, like when you get stressed, the symptoms you have when you and yourself get stressed, or when you go to a job, what you're feeling, and signs and symptoms for depression, which is awesome. It's something that they're going to continue to do every year, change the theme of it. Obviously, like I said, this year's resilience.
Yeah.
So you listen to a couple of stories and things that people have been through, see the science behind, what goes on in your brain when you're you dealt with a stressful situation or something like that. And you got like a little workbook and everything that you fill out, and it's pretty good. Yeah, it was really good.
You got something out of it.
Yeah, I think like a lot of that stuff I've already covered off with my psychologist.
Yeah.
But it's good to rehash it again, and you talk about activities you can do to calm yourself down when you're not working, and like a big takeaway I think for like the message I got out of it, which you and me have said before, but probably other officers got something out of it, was you got to have something outside the job. Your whole support network cannot be the job, and you can't, like we always say, the identity thing came up. Yeah. Like you can't just be a police officer. You need to find other things to do, because when it's gone, as we know, that's when people lose it.
Yeah, and that's why like with the barbecue thing, even the group they go motorbike riding with, like it's good because those social circles, aren't just army. It's like civilians as well, and it's good to get away from that a bit and remind yourself what is actually going on in the...
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't want to be just talking about... we used to do it when we were in the army together.
Yeah.
We'd all catch up at the same house, and you just talk about what you did during the day or deployments or whatever, and we've talked about it many times, but you can't do that. And police officers do the same thing. You go to a barbecue with a whole bunch of them, and, I had a job the other day, or I did this. Like, who cares, mate? Like, talk about something else. Take your issued sunnies off, your UVEC sunnies off for a second, mate. All right?
I was just about to be like, I have, any interesting jobs? And you're like,
Well, I have had interesting jobs recently. Like,
take your sunnies off first.
I'll take the issued sunnies off. No, like, recently I've had a job, and it's probably more interesting in the fact that it drained me physically and mentally. I won't go too much into the details, but recently I had a job where a male collapsed, and ambos got called, and they started trying to revive him. We got called there to help with scene management because it was in a public place, and then me and my partner basically had to assist with doing CPR, which went for an extended period of time. I think it was just under an hour.
Holy shit!
That we attempted to revive him. And I've done CPR multiple times, in the last 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And, it's exhausting. And that was maybe like 10, 15 minutes of CPR. But when we were going that long, yeah, man, it was a workout.
That's crazy that, even, at the half-hour point of someone having no signs of life, that there's still that possibility of them being able to come back from that.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the medical side, I had no idea.
Yeah.
There was, 6 ambos there all running that, and they'd tell me to keep going.
Yeah.
Me and my partner and even the other ambos would rotate through doing CPR.
But even then, it takes a lot out of you.
Oh, yeah, man. I was fatigued afterwards. And then, once that part's done, then we go, for the police officers, we go into the rest of the job, which is, doing the follow-up for identifying family.
Do you do the notification?
What, with the family?
Yeah.
It depends. On this one, yeah, my partner did.
Yeah.
She.
Is it normally the officers who respond to the scene who'll be the ones go?
Not. It all depends on the job.
Yeah.
Because the next of kin might not live anywhere near where the incident happened, so other officers get notified to go out and do it. Things like that. Like I've only had to give a handful of death messages before, and obviously they're not pleasant. But yeah, my partner did this one at that recent job. But yeah, that's probably recently the most draining job I've had, because physically it was draining, and then mentally the fatigue, because it went over, the whole job took a couple of hours.
Yeah,
and we were just exhausted at the end of it because there was a bit of tracking down of family members and
was
things
that
to do.
Towards the start or the end of the shift, or
that was probably just before halfway.
Okay,
we got that.
Had a few jobs.
Did a couple of jobs before that, and then
you're on to the next one.
Then you're on to the next one.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Like first responders, you guys, you're in the middle of it, and then you've just got to be like, okay, well, that's happened. Call comes in. Next job.
Yeah. Unless you go to a really critical incident, it's a shooting or something. That's a case where you won't be going to another job, for the rest of the night, obviously. But
do you talk to someone after you do that, or is it just...
Yeah. Oh, for something like that, like if you're involved in shooting, yeah, you'd definitely be talking to people. Oh, the other night? Mainly just talk to your partner about it on the night. There's like a district duty officer, like a boss that's on the road that comes around to all the big jobs. And they'll also check in with you as well. And then like you talk to your boss the next day or whenever you get a chance. But there are like human services officers, like I was talking about before. They'll give you a call, or people at the station that you can talk to. Like the police is getting better at it. Yeah, they definitely are getting better. And I've seen a difference in the last 2 years. From like when I first started getting calls from HSOs about jobs I've been to. That was like 2 years ago till now. There's definitely a change. From
the guys who were involved in that resilience training you were talking about earlier, was it pretty well received by everyone that was participating?
Yeah, everyone I was speaking to, seemed to really enjoy it. And I think because it was done informally, you know, like it had PowerPoints. You know, everyone's like, oh, fucking PowerPoints. But it was done, like, it was a bit of interaction, like asked us a few questions and stuff, but also they had people tell their own stories as well. So that puts it in perspective. It's not like someone's reading off a PowerPoint going, okay, so...
You can relate to it more.
Exactly. Yeah, it was relatable. It was very, very relatable. And like at the end of it, we had like I won't say his name, but like a high-ranking officer come in to talk to us, and he started telling his own story, and you could see it was difficult for him to tell. And you felt the mood change in the room where people went, oh, like, I understand. I can relate to this a lot more now. Like, he's showing vulnerability at the moment, and, you know, it can affect any of us. Yeah, so, I think it was very well received. And then at the end of it, you know, went downstairs, had a barbecue as well.
Oh,
so I went back for seconds. That definitely happened.
And how are you traveling? Like, are you still... are you starting to woo up now chasing those high adrenaline jobs, or?
See, that's always going to be part of me. Yeah. Like, I'm always going to want to do those things. But I'm more, I'd say I'm self-aware now. Like, if I'm trying to go too hard and I'm wearing myself down, I can sense that and go, oh, hang on, don't do what happened last year. Like, calm down a little bit. There's no need to... You know, you don't need to drive that fast or anything like that. Like, there's no rush to get there.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be other jobs. But like, I still get that thing where if I'm off at one job and then I hear an urgent job come over for like an armed person or something, I'm like, oh, fuck, I should be out there. I need to be out there. I'm stuck here dealing with this. You know, two neighbours fighting. I'm like, stop watering his plants. Get in the car, let's go. Well, yeah. So, but yeah, like with that stuff, I'm able to reflect and understand it a lot more now. So, I'm on the right track with that stuff. Yeah. Madison, we got anything else?
We have questions. We sent a little Insta out the other day. A couple months ago.
Sorry, it took so long.
Yeah. And a few of our listeners have a few questions for you boys, actually.
This will be good. Are we naming them? No, we're not.
No, because I said anonymous.
Oh, that's right.
And no one said like they wanted to be anonymous.
That's what if people want their names read out.
Yeah, if you're that vain, then let me know, mate, and I'll give you a shout out.
A few people that are continually supporting and continually reaching out, so thank you to those guys. They know.
Yeah, actually, we don't thank the listeners enough, but well, you know, no, honestly, we appreciate everyone that listens and watches and
like lets us know what they like, and you know.
Yeah, because we're getting people from around the world message us now that like
really?
Yeah, well, you don't look at our social media. Me and Madison do. Like,
I'm so glad you guys don't involve me in that.
Yeah, and we are too. Yeah. Like, we got American soldiers, American police officers. Yeah, wow. That listen to the show. So you guys know who you are. Thank you for listening. Insane. You know, and help us out. Share the page, get the word out about the Maladjusted Monkeys, and help us grow this thing.
Yeah. So
what do you got?
I'll kick off with one of them. So he says how to delay becoming the infamous jaded digger, if possible, and same for QPS.
What do you reckon? We'll start with the army side.
That's all I know.
Obviously.
Oh God, I don't know. I think. You got it. What's your secret?
Oh, I'm trying to remember when I was jaded in the army.
I suppose at the moment, like, because I'm a Drake, I'm very passionate about what I do, and I love my job.
You were jaded when you.
I was, and I think the main thing is just taking responsibility for what you can and can't control, and trying to do, your best to help your mates out. Like, look, if you look at it from the perspective of, if you've got to look after your mates, and instead of going, oh no, I couldn't be fucked doing this, like, think about it in terms of, well, if I do this, then my mate doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
And then just trying to let go of what you can't control when you, like, going field.
What you can't control.
Especially, I'm just going to use, obviously, what I know of the army is the infantry. And when I was in, it was, you were always getting shit jobs.
When water was wetter.
And rocks were harder, different times then. You were doing a lot of the same training, it felt like training was getting thrown together with no real benefit, or you were sitting around wasting time. So, it's easy to get jaded like that because you think, what's my point? Well, actually, what are we doing here?
That's a good way, actually, of when you start to feel that in yourself, and obviously this guy is probably starting to feel that. But if you're seeing, like, shit not getting done either by, like, your secco, like, you want to do some kind of training, take the initiative and go and make it happen yourself. Like, get your head into a pan, figure out what you need to do, go and ask someone, hey, this is training, I think we should be doing this, we got downtime to do this.
Yep.
You got to, instead of just sitting around doing...
Yeah, take the initiative. And remember, it could be worse.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a lot worse. For police officers, you can easily get jaded because in a first response role, you're going to so many different jobs. You're going to the same types of jobs, and you'll probably be going to a lot of the same addresses for the same jobs and same people as well. So it can wear down on you because, same thing. You'll be like, what is the point? Like, I'm here every second day. You feel like you're a school teacher or a parent. Like, you're telling people how to live their lives, basically. That's what it's like. From majority of the jobs you go to that's what it's like. You're like, why am I here? Why am I sorting these people's lives out? But, like, advice I got given when I was at the academy is we'll go to the same job 1,000 times, but for that person you're going to, this is the biggest moment of their, not just their day, possibly their life, Like, I go to 100 traffic crashes and I'll get them like, oh, I can learn how to drive. What are you fucking doing? You know what I mean? Like, how is this happening? And yeah, that's a bit of jadedness coming out because I've been to the same job so many times. But for those people involved, they're freaking out. A lot of the time they haven't been involved in a traffic crash, even though I'm talking about one where no one's injured, just a bumper to bumper. But it's always the same thing. People are panicking. They don't know who to call or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, this really isn't hard. But yeah, for them, this is the biggest moment that they've faced. So you've got to show professionalism and remember that, sometimes it is hard dealing with the general public, but that's just the job, and, deal with it, put on the face, do the job, and then go on to the next one.
And I think that, another very important thing is knowing when to bow out when you've had enough. Yeah. Because otherwise you are just going to be a fucking drain on everyone.
Yeah. And on that, particularly, it's probably easier for police officers is if you get sick of one role, then try to move into something else. See if you can go try something else for a couple of months. Go to 3 months secondment somewhere else.
Yeah, that's pretty good with the coppers. But
AJ's, that's so easy. Yeah, you can't do that for obvious reasons.
As a civvy or a spouse, I think you can always sort of get jaded with the army in particular because you have no control and where your partner goes or whatever. You're a little bit like, oh, the army. But it's because it's sort of you can't make plans. Take time off. You're away. But then also you can get jaded in a normal job.
That's it. Like, you go to any corporation, any business, whatever, and everyone's gonna have the same. They're gonna make fun of the same stuff. Or this never works. This person never does this. Management never does this.
Yeah. But an interesting thing was I practice gratitude. So even if it's something like, okay, I get to go to work. I get to, make money. And then, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the job. I'm thankful. And that sort of lifts you as well.
I try to do the same thing in my job. If I ever get pissed off or whatever, I'm like, cruising around in the car. I'm like, where else can I get paid to drive around, wait for a cool job to come up, drive fast, chase bad guys?
That's it. Yeah, you got to.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's always there.
And then I get that traffic crash, and I got to put a hat on and ruin my hair and put a high vis vest on. Okay, question. We got another question, Madison?
Yes. So I don't know the. So it's officer versus ORS. Is that, am I pronouncing it?
Oh, yeah, ORs.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a career.
What's ORS stand for, Shane?
So, original...
Just for our listeners who don't understand what ORs mean.
I'm drawing a blank. Other ranks, idiot.
There we go.
Yeah. Enlisted men.
Enlisted men, yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
So officer versus ORS, or ORs, as a career. Currently a CHOC. I don't know. Can you use voice?
You're currently a reservist?
Yep. And thinking of commissioning as I was oh, sorry, if I was ever to go to AR.
It's all the acronyms.
So many acronyms.
Acronyms are hard when you don't know what they are.
So what I'm gathering is he's a reservist.
Translate that for us.
I'll translate. He's a reservist who's thinking about coming across to the army full time, and he wants to know whether he should be an officer or be an enlisted man.
Mate, why didn't you write that?
That's probably what the question is?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from.
Well, obviously, me and Shane, we did not go down to the dark side and become officers. So our experience is only, as enlisted men, which.
I think I don't know. It depends on what you want what you want to get out of it.
Yeah.
Did you spend 18 months at RMC, or
military college?
Yeah, more acronyms. Depending on whether or not you do a degree as well down there, but 18 months for the military training for your officers.
Your dogs are going nuts.
Can you take that toy off them, please?
New studio, same attitude. Same professionalism. For our listeners, Madison's just fighting two dogs at the moment.
I wish we had more cameras to capture this stuff.
I'll do some voiceovers. Fucking get out of it. All right.
So 18 months at the military college down at Canberra. And then, and that's like, basically, from what I understand, is you run through all of so you learn first how to obviously be a soldier, all your basic skills, then you learn how to become a section commander, a sergeant, so on and so forth, until, you start then learning about being officer, doing officer things.
Yeah. I would say, it is what, like you said, what you want to get out of it. Like, I've mentioned the story in one of our earlier podcasts, my high school mate, Nathan McDonald. When we joined, we went to the recruiting place. We both said we were going to join the infantry. I signed up for the infantry. When he came out of his interview, he bailed on me and decided to go to the Royal Military College to become an officer. He's still in the army, about to become a major, I'm pretty sure, which means he's raking in the cash, but also if he decides to get out, with being an officer, he's done all these other courses. He's able to get all management training. So he's able to get a job in the private sector because of all the stuff he's done as an officer. So,
where does major go? Sorry, for people that aren't for me.
Lieutenant,
sorry.
Captain, Major.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
He's a big dog. Yeah. Yeah, mate. I think did we answer the question?
Yeah, not really. But I think actually, officers will. Yeah,
we need an officer in here.
Yeah,
we'll get one in for you, mate. But that's our experience with it.
All right, I've got another.
But vaguely speaking, if you get enlisted as an OR, you'll most of the time just get to do the job you wanted, that you signed up to do, be that shooting or blowing things up, whatever. An officer, you would just be
people management,
administration.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, that was good. That was good. There we go.
So I've got one here. Who is the best and worst commander that you had?
Oh, I think for the best, I think we're going to both say the same person.
On the count of three, we'll both say. Just say his last name.
I've got to remember his last name.
I won't look at you.
Hang on.
Tell me when you remember it.
How, am I going to have to cut this out?
Maybe. All right, you ready? It's two-syllable 2 syllables.
Just say it. It's going to be the same person. I can't remember his name.
Lieutenant Carter.
Yeah, Carter.
Yeah. On the same page.
That's your mother's last name. How did you forget that?
Yeah.
I am fucking shocking at names.
Yeah, Lieutenant Carter. He
definitely the best.
Definitely the best. Just like great leadership qualities. Like, and he was young too.
Yeah.
Like,
it always, like
he was younger than us, wasn't he?
I'm pretty. Same age.
Same age as us. So there's a lot of pressure for an infantry platoon commander when they come in.
Like 20 years old.
Yeah, 20 years old.
And you're in charge of like sergeants who have been in for like 10 years plus.
So then there's a lot of scrutiny and the whole platoon's looking at you like, all right, mate, this is your time. Like, you've just come out of military college, show us what you got. And never took a backward step. Just full professional. Yeah. Was all about the boys, like cared about his soldiers.
Like genuinely cared about
Genuinely
us,
cared, yeah. He wouldn't ask us
like a lad, but like cared about.
Yeah, wouldn't ask us to do anything he wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Just good people management.
I remember when we were at Tin Can Bay and doing supporting the officer training that was happening down there, and he was in one of the cars, and he was like managing, I think, 3 different radios to 3 different call signs, and just like boom, boom, writing stuff down, like insane. His brain works. Yeah.
Yep. So he's the best. Did you say who's the worst?
Yeah, do you want to answer that,
naming this person?
This guy's like trying to get you in trouble. Don't name them.
Well,
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of who it is in an example.
Why? How about instead of saying
bad leadership?
Maybe instead of saying the worst one, just like what was that made them, that in your opinion, worse than others? Was it not relatable?
To take a bearing with a magnetic compass in a 50-ton armored vehicle.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
I would say, we probably had a couple of commanders that you're like, I just don't. I just don't want to follow you in a battle, basically. And it just comes down to poor leadership qualities in that,
But even then, I think you've always got to. I don't know. It's not always possible. You should always try and like support your commander and try and like, if you're seeing gaps in things, then it's your job and duty to bring up where things are getting missed and trying to make it better.
Yeah.
Like, even Carter Lieutenant Carter would have had his his blind spots or whatever with whatever. He's not going to be a perfect person. Everyone's going to have faults. So
shout out to Carts if you listen. He messaged me a couple months ago.
Really?
Cards, if you're listening, thanks, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, this next listener, I'm in the process of joining the army. Oh, mate, he's probably marched out by now.
Sorry, these questions came in a long time ago.
Sorry, buddy. Probably writing to you from Kapuka and the boys never get back to you.
Was it an email or a letter?
Yeah, it was a letter.
He probably put his discharge.
He's become an officer and he's discharged.
He's done 2 trips. Yeah.
Thanks, boys. So they're pushing him towards being an MP. He's put down armoured.
Right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Keep on.
Yep.
Keep on.
Thanks, Shane. He's put down armoured. He's put down artillery air defender. And he said, can you tell me a day-to-day role for these jobs and thoughts on them?
Oh, okay. This is tough because, again, I've only done infantry and Shane's done infantry and engineers. Yeah. And none of those jobs are those. MPs.
Your best, apart from, just getting on their website and having a look at it, and obviously they're spruiking the job and they're trying to sell them, but that will at least give you a rough idea of better than I think I could articulate.
Yeah, because all I remember of MPs is they would wear high-vis on the road out of Enoggera on the barracks. What's the speed limit?
40.
Let me finish. Don't defend them.
Oh, I'm not.
And they'd have the speed gun and tell me to slow down when I was doing 45 in a 40 zone.
Well, mate, do the speed limit.
Oh, don't tell me how to live my life.
But to be fair, there's 2 different types.
There is.
There's I think it's called domestic or whatever. So they do all the policing within the barracks and whatnot. But then you got your field ones who actually go out field and do investigation and stuff, which is kind of interesting actually.
NCIS.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There you go. Watch NCIS, mate, if you want to know what MPs do.
Artillery, Jesus, man.
They just fire big guns.
If you like
losing your hearing,
drill and being very formal and Reggie, yeah, sure.
Yeah, then go for it, and then maybe fire big guns.
Yeah.
And then armoured.
Just you won't have to walk anywhere.
Yeah, you're just in like a metal bucket, basically, a bullet magnet.
Yeah.
So if you like being targeted on the battlefield and blowing up, that's the job for you, mate.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, like we said, we can only really comment on the infantry and the engineers. But yeah, go on the website, the defence website, and just check out the roles. Even find some Facebook forums, because there's a lot of people who will be able to help you there. So
this listener wants to know what field's like and how often are you away
like going
on a
outfield?
typical year. Yeah.
Okay. Shane?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I like the fact, like, no one can call you, no one can contact you. I mean, they can, like, contact you.
Yeah, Madison,
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, Madison loves it.
World. Like, I'm
great.
Like, no technology.
There's no technology. Like, I love it for that reason. And it's whatever you make of it. Like, fuck, I started whittling, in the downtime, there's a lot of downtime, at times. I whittle, like, pops and shit, and just do wacky things. And, like, you just end up going insane from boredom and, like, talking absolute crap with your best mates. Like,
I remember seeing if I could eat 25 white ants outfield in a minute, and I achieved that. I achieved that goal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, things like that happen outfield. But, yeah, it depends what unit you're in, what role you're in. Yeah, exactly. Like, infantry, you're going to be stomping through the bush with a heavy pack on, doing contact drills, break contact drills, ambushing, looking for the enemy, things like that. Whereas for now, Shane, when you go outfield, what was the last thing you were really doing outfield?
When was the last time I went outfield? I haven't been outfield this year.
When we did our last episode, you went outfield.
Did I? Yeah. Oh, so yeah, but yeah.
That's more of a training role.
Yeah. Like, but even then, I mean, like, it's so different.
Yeah.
But anyone could, anyone can end up stomping, like, not just grunts, like, engineers will always get embedded with the grunts or different call signs. Same for, like, your FOs, your forward observers and things like that. Like,
there's so many different roles.
Yeah.
And as for how long, how many times that year you are? Like,
I mean,
how many?
Like, the guys at my unit, they've probably already getting close to 3 months.
This year?
Total this year.
Total this year, 3 months
and
outfield.
And we're just over halfway.
Yeah.
And that's,
so there's a lot of field.
And there's more to
But you get field pay.
Yes.
So that's good.
And free food.
And free food. Hey, if you like camping, the army's for you, mate. You'll love it. I'll leave it with that one.
I love how helpful we are.
Yeah. Well, no one tunes in for that kind of help, really. Or you shouldn't be.
The next question is, how did you both prepare for Kapooka in a fitness aspect?
I pretty much did all I worried about was push-ups, just doing them every day, like trying to get as many as I could, and doing the beep test.
Okay.
That was pretty much it. Because
all I did was go for like long distance runs, and I just lifted weights. Don't lift weights.
Cardio.
That doesn't help. There's no bicep curls and bench press, but yeah, you want to do cardio and you want to do a lot of body weight stuff. So push-ups, chin-ups, sprinting.
I mean, weights won't.
Oh, wait, yeah, obviously, won't hurt. But like, what the stuff you're going to be doing is
endurance.
Well, actually, if there's one thing I wish I did, it was walking around with a heavy thing like that.
Yeah. Put a pack on and go.
Yeah, even just a backpack. Put 10 kilos in it.
And go for
and just go for a walk. You don't have to do any big stomps at
not at
Kapooka. It's like 2Ks.
Yeah, it's something very, very minor.
But if you've never done that before, it can be quite painful. So like that actually is a good idea. Is like look at civilian hikers, how they pack their packs, like the weight distribution and how they wear them, how to set them up. That would be a good idea to do, because it's funny how little, like, even grunts and stuff, like, don't know how to set up a fucking pack properly.
Yeah. There's an art to it.
Yeah, it wasn't until I discharged and did more research, so I was going hiking, that I actually found out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I answered that one.
Okay. So this has come from someone who has been listening to the podcast. So they said they've heard.
The other people.
We have an Instagram as well.
Oh, yeah,
guys. Remember? We've heard that you've had some stories outfield, some good times. It must have been when you were on the man cave. And they said that what's one of your favourite memories from being deployed?
Favourite memories from being deployed? God, top of my head. I'm trying to skim through. I don't think.
Wait, hang on. Were you talking about some kind of breakdancing competition?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in Afghan. I don't even know how it came across. Just the engineers. How would this have even happened? Because I don't breakdance. I got challenged to a breakdancing competition. Naturally, I was confident in my ability. And I remembered a breakdancing routine that I did when I was 14 in high school.
What, for a competition or something?
No, just on the playground.
Just blue light discos, mate, you know. So I did that, and I didn't realise it was like a you go, I go, then you go again.
Oh, so you just blew.
So I blew my load in the first round, and went, and they were like, oh shit, impressive. Didn't think he was going to do anything.
What's he got next?
Then the next guy went. And then I was like, yeah, pretty cool. And then they were like, I think someone was beatboxing or there's music on, and he's like, all right, you go. And I really didn't have anything. And it
Can't see Tommy sitting there just doing the robot.
Yeah, it was just me doing this. I think I did the Charleston at one point. And then it just kind of petered away, and they're like, yeah, well, you lost. So, yeah, that was embarrassing. And I was very embarrassed. So that's probably one of my fondest memories, because it was very warlike.
It seems to be those are the ones that stick in my mind the most. I think we were out at Ishmael at the back of this A&A patrol base, and out of nowhere, I'll back it up a little bit. So everyone had these little pop-up tents. You know those little, Yep. They're just like your normal 2-man pop-up tents. Everyone's just running those to sleep in. I don't know. I don't know why, but I was just running a stretcher and a hoochie, and I just do it off the side of the car.
Yep.
Out of nowhere this one afternoon, this massive friggin' hailstorm.
I remember that. I was on a job when that happened,
I'm trying to find that footage because it's friggin' hilarious. So I had the GoPro held in my mouth, and I had to hold the hoochie so it wouldn't blow away. My hands just get smashed with the hail.
I remember watching that video,
kind of leaning under so you can see with the camera. All these poor guys, their tents are just caving in from the weight of all this hail, and there's like this massive river of icy water going through, and I was the only person who stayed dry in that entire thing. I was so happy.
I remember seeing the footage of that, actually. You showed me.
I was insane. Like, it just absolutely smashed us. Like, in the middle of the day, it was stinging hot.
Because I remember being on a job, and I think I was able to sit down from the hatch, and I was laying down facing the hatch of the vehicle that was open. I had my eyes closed, and then all of a sudden I could feel this like ice hitting me, and I'm like, am I dreaming? What the fuck is that? And then I opened my eyes, and I'm like, oh shit, it's like hailing. I stood up, and sure enough, hailstorm came through. And that was like right at the end of the trip too. So, it's hard off the top of my head. I'm sure we have a bunch. We should do an episode where we just
try and write down.
Yeah, we'll get back to you. Well, there's a couple for you for now, anyway.
Tommy's worries.
Tommy's worries.
We need to get
so there I am, surrounded, waiting for my coffee order.
I feel like we need jackets and bookcases behind you when we do those.
Hey, we'll talk about that.
So this one is the last one we've got.
Oh, God, I was going to say, how many more?
Yeah,
this
is great.
Do more,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Send more in, guys. This is good.
So this one's a little bit more somber. Bring it back down.
Way to end it, man.
I did that really well.
How do you deal with the death of a friend?
So being away so much with the job, and also with Tommy, you're also long shifts. You probably might not see your partner for a bit.
You're not these days. I knew someone was getting. I could feel it in the air.
I felt like I paused too much, and I was like, quick words. Can being away so much break down your relationship? What should I tell my partner? So he's going in. And,
to the army?
Yeah, and he is saying, can it break down your relationship? He's seen it in the past.
Yep.
What should he be telling his partner going in?
The truth.
It's going to be hard. So if he's going in, then he's definitely going to be away for 12 weeks straight up with very limited contact back home. And that's just basic training at Kapooka. You'll get your phone. If it's the same as it was when we went through years ago, You get your phone on like a Friday?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think they keep their phones with them, man.
Bullshit.
I shit you not.
No, you're getting in a good time, mate. You're weak.
Mate.
Well, when we went through, you only allowed your mobile phone like at the end of the week for like an hour or two or something like that. So yeah, contact back home will be restricted depending on what job you go on to do in your training. You'll be away for maybe another 12 weeks, and then depends where you get posted as well. You know, your family will have to move with you, and then field time, like we said.
But you were saying it before, like. You can't. It's so hard to make plans.
That's the hardest thing for me. Is a wedding's coming up. It's like, oh well, I don't know whether I'm going to be here or not.
Yeah.
Shane's missed so many family things because
even one of the guys
he's not going to be there.
Like, he can't even book his own. He can't book his leave. Like he's booked his wedding, which is next year, but because they don't know what's happening at that point, whether or not they're going to need him, like they can't give him the leave or.
Yeah.
Well, you remember when we were doing our pre-deployment at Townsville before we went to Afghanistan, Peely was getting married.
Oh, yeah.
And he, one day, flew back to Brisbane from Townsville, had his wedding, and then early the next morning, he had to wake up early, fly back to Townsville, join us outfield to do nothing. Like, we literally did nothing that day. Yeah, and like... How rough's that?
So, yeah. I
pretty much plan everything around December, January.
Yeah.
Because that's when they've got leave.
But, mate, if the army wanted you to have a wife, they would have issued you one.
But I reckon truth's probably the best policy.
Yeah,
lying is only going to compound it, at least four.
But he wouldn't. Like, he wouldn't know, though, because he hasn't done it yet.
But be upfront. I'm going to expect to be away a lot of the year. Yeah. But, yeah, hopefully that helps.
Oh, it's great. It's worth it.
But join, mate. It's good fun. You won't have any issues at all. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all the questions.
Awesome. Well, guys, keep sending in the questions.
Please.
We'll do some more posts. Remember, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already, Facebook if you haven't, YouTube as well. We obviously video all our interviews and podcasts now, so... Just the Monkeys on YouTube when the camera works. Sorry about our last episode. Yep. Share our episodes, get the word out there, and
and thank you to Warfighter.
Warfighter Coffee.
Awesome new mugs.
Yep, Warfighter Coffee. Actually, the Combat Unicorn mugs.
I'm going to go order that because I want one for work.
I want one for work as well. So yeah, thanks Warfighter for supplying us with our coffee and our mugs. Guys, you would have heard our promos at the beginning of our episodes. If you haven't already, get on Warfighter Coffee. It's pretty fucking good. But I think that wraps it up for now. Anything else, mate?
Neat little package.
It's good. Good to see you again, Shane.
You too, mate.
You too, Madison.
Thank you.
All right, for now, Maladjusted Monkeys, we're out.